So let's get right to it. What the hell is keto? So, keto is short for ketogenics. It is a diet that is high in fat, low in carbs, and moderate protein. So, the average American consumes between 225 and 325 carbs per day. On keto, it's between 30 and 50. So, what happens is once you begin to reduce your consumption of glucose from carbs, your body is looking for an alternative source for fuel. So, it goes to the fat. Fat is your clean energy, and glucose is dirty. So, then what happens is your liver begins to release what is called ketones. And when your ketone level rises, you enter into a state of ketosis. And this is your restorative state. So not only do you begin to burn that stubborn fat, but you will gain so many health benefits from being on this diet. So I have to share a story with you. I was having dinner with a friend, Carol Hunter, the money mender, and she was sharing that she was on the ketogenics diet. Now, I had heard about keto a year prior from another friend, Cole Patterson. So I was at a place where I wasn't feeling, where I wanted to be health wise. So I says, okay, maybe it's time for me to revisit keto. So she was telling me about this book, Keto Diet by Dr. Axe, A-X-E. So I ordered it while we were having dinner. So when I got the book, I committed to reading it from beginning to end. And Dr. Axe begins by telling the most beautiful story about how he healed his sick mom with food. Yes, you can heal your body with food. So I continue reading, and he talked about normalizing your blood levels. And I know I was climbing that ladder to diabetes, but I'm back down. He talked about raising your good cholesterol. This diet is recommended to epilepsy patients. It's good for nerve function, brain function, dementia patients. So I have Annie up the fat in my mom's diet. It's good for inflammation. And as we get older and those joints begin to think about the fat as oil. It's lubricating. So many health benefits. So let's get back to ketosis. It typically takes anywhere between 3 to 7 days to get into a state of ketosis. It took me 8. And I know why. Because a few days prior to me starting ketogenics, I loaded up on carbs. You would have thought I was preparing to run a marathon. I loaded up. So it took me longer. Now, there are signs that you're in ketosis. Energy goes up, mental clarity. Fat is very satisfying. So you don't get that hangry state like, I need to eat something. I'll be going throughout my day and I'll feel like, okay, it's lunchtime or I need a snack. So I love that about ketogenics. There is a term called the keto flu, and these are symptoms you may experience when you first start the diet: sluggish, fatigue, headaches. Now I know when I go from eating bad to good, I experience these symptoms anyway. You're detoxing and your body is trying to get used to the change. So there are some things that you can help with the keto flu. You want to drink lots of water. You need potassium and magnesium, fish oil, sprinkle sea salt or Himalayan salt on your food. So these things are very helpful. A challenge that I had in the beginning was getting that 70 to 75% of fat, which is your total calories. That was challenging because you really have to condition your brain to think fat. Fat is your good energy. So, for example, when I'm having a smoothie, I will put an avocado in it, coconut oil, MCT oil, chia seeds. So you just have to think fat. And keto is getting very popular. So I'm noticing more drinks and more snacks that are keto friendly. And net carbs is typically on the packaging. So if you aren't familiar with net carbs, they are your total carbohydrates minus fiber. Fiber isn't digestible, so we take that off. And sometimes they remove your sugar alcohols. So that gives you your net carbs. Now, sugar alcohols occur naturally in fruit and vegetables, and they end in the letters OL, sorbitol, mannitol, and some other O's, and I may be pronouncing them incorrectly, but they end in OL. Now, sugar alcohols can have you running to the bathroom with your butt cheeks clenched, like a laxative. Now, I have a couple of snacks that I love that have sugar alcohols in them. My Rebel ice cream and these little Atkins clusters. But I know how much and I know when to eat them. So just be mindful of your sugar alcohols. So this was basically a Keto 101 course. There is another term that's called keto cycling that I will talk about at another time, but that's when you have reached your weight goals and you want to train your body or condition it to go in and out of ketosis. So we will talk about that another time. And if you aren't familiar, I have a YouTube channel, Lifestyle Cuisine, where I take traditional dishes and then I convert them into keto meals. And I love to explore other cultures when it comes to food, so we will be taking a tasty trek around the globe. And remember to share, like, subscribe. Share, like, subscribe. So I hope this was informative and helpful, and I thank you for watching. Stay safe and be well. This is the countdown for me to blow into the meter. Checking. To see if I am in ketosis. 2.5, 0.5 to 3.0. Person is in full state of ketosis. That means I am a fat burning machine right now. Burn, baby, burn. And so here's another option. I used a breath meter, but here is another option that you can test to see if you are in ketosis. So these are the strips, and you do need to urine in some type of cup, which is why I prefer the meter. But then you wait 15 seconds and then you use the color chart. So these are the strips, and there are, so many different brands on the market. You can also, well, you'll just know by your, different signs that I mentioned in the video. Your energy increases. You don't feel as hungry. Your appetite is suppressed. Mental clarity. So, those are 3 different ways to find out if you are in ketosis, your restorative state. Dun, dun, dun.